it's Kevin Magpie 24/7, and I hope you're all good. So, Newcastle draw 2-2 at the London Stadium in the last game before the international break, and I think Eddie Howe put it right really in saying that it was a bit of a hangover from PSG, which was fine, it was just one of them. But it was one of them results. I don't really have much to say about it in terms of it was a good result, and I'll take it and move on. Do you know what I mean? We started the game without Gordon. Elliot Anderson played on the wing, as we went into this. No Joe Linton on the bench. I think he was keeping him back for obviously the international break, so he can rest up for what is going to be a heavy schedule after that. So yeah, we'll start the game. Like I said before, as Eddie Howe said in his press conference after the game, bit of a hangover after PSG, and that's the way we looked in the first 20 minutes. Souček scored probably the easiest goal of his life against the weekend. Antonio sucks Lascelles in and puts him out of position. Souček runs through, nobody tracks him, and it's a tap in for him. But yeah, and in terms of the way we conceded the goal, it's not very Newcastle-like, and a poor goal to concede. But I think, to quote Bruno, we did show a character afterwards, getting back into the game when it wasn't going our way. West Ham seemed very, very set, and in the first half, we made it too easy for them to play against. So we're just getting back into position, slotting in, no problem. We just weren't getting the ball up the field quick enough, and it was costing us. But we'll come out second half, and we'll start moving the ball a bit quicker, which is great. The first goal comes from a set piece. Whether you think Tonali was fouled or not, I personally think it was a soft challenge, but hey ho. We kind of got away with it in the first half as well, with Bruno's second yellow. Should have been second yellow. There's no use thinking in the comments, but for me, I think he was really lucky not to be walking off the field at that point. But he didn't make another foul in the game, so was the referee right? I'd probably say on balance not, because if it was the other way around, I'd be on this video now screaming at you. So yeah, I'd probably say it was a red card. The ball goes into the box. Alvarez heads it into the path of none other than Alex Isak, who, cool as a cucumber, other side of Areola. Beautiful finish to put it back in the game, 1-1, and then 2-1 relatively straight away. Within 4 minutes, we managed to get the lead, and I think this was the best move of the game. Elliot Anderson, in real time, I was actually shouting at Anderson at this point, because I'm like, get the fucking ball in the box, like, run with it. Because in the first half, when he was getting the ball, he was holding it, and before you knew it, West Ham had all the players back, and they weren't doing anything with it. But he cuts back, plays it to Bruno. Bruno plays a quick across the field pass to Trippier with Trippier, by the way, what a fucking cross this is. Just little touch, perfectly weighted across the box. Isak back post, loses his man, and gets an easy tap in. But it was move of the game for me. It was unbelievable. Just to see the bit of movement, the quality pass from Bruno, and Trippier with yet another assist. He's 5th of the season. Name another right back better than him at the minute on the planet. None for me. For me, we have the world's best right back, and I won't be told otherwise. Kieran Trippier is on fucking fire this season, and he keeps performing to the best of the ability. It comes to something when Tino Livramento has a man of the match performance against Man City in the League Cup, and he can't get a look in, because Kieran Trippier is that fucking good in a Newcastle shirt. I feel sorry for the lad, but Kieran Trippier is probably the one player on that team that's absolutely undroppable. But it's another one of them games where we'll fail to see it out. West Ham start piling on the pressure, and Kudus scores his first goal for them. Came on and looked alive. While we couldn't deal with him. Anderson gets caught napping, out of position in terms of a press, leaves them to go down the right hand side. They cross the ball to Kudus, who finishes it really well. My only argument at the defence in this case would have been, why aren't you getting out to him quicker? Because Tonali just turns his back. Tonali played well for me in the second half against West Ham, but for that, I think he just needs to get out a little bit quicker and get in front of that, because I think if he does that, Kudus doesn't score. But if buts and maybes at the end of the day, I thought first 35, 40 minutes, West Ham with a better side. Rest of it, barring the last 5 minutes, I thought Newcastle were the better side. So, for me, even game, fair result on both sides. We knew it wasn't going to be as easy as the 5-1 cakewalk as it was last season, but you can tell West Ham have invested well in that team. But yeah, you're taking a move on. I think with the start that we got given, the cup draws that we've been given, the Champions League draw we've been given, to be sitting 8th and only a couple of points outside of the top 6 slash the top 4, I think you would have took it. Do you know what I mean? We've had some decent results so far this season. I know this team can pick it up and improve even more. So, but yeah, man of the match time, I think. Beside the obvious, Isak, because Isak, obviously, star boy, unbelievable player. I'm going to give it to Dan Burn. I thought Dan Burn was solid as fuck. He played really well. It wasn't until we actually brought Matt Target on, played him left back, and put Dan Burn in a bit more of a central position, that position on the right side for West Ham became a targeting point in which they managed to exploit, because before that, Jared Bowen didn't have a look in. So for me, Dan Burn, man of the match outside of Isak. But get your comments in, let us know how you felt, who your man of the match was, what you think about the team so far going into the international break. But yeah, get your comments in, let us know what you think. And yeah, I've been Kyle from Magpie 24/7. Catch you on the next one, everyone. See you later.